Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with a review of the SJ991 RC helicopter. This is one of these LED message displaying helicopters. Previously I reviewed one where it was kind of a UFO that spun and displayed stuff on the side as it spun. This one displays on this little strip here that spins underneath the propellers. So you have to kind of look up from below under the bottom of the propellers to see the message. But this, having the individual strip like this as opposed to it being part of the rotor system, allows the display to be nice and smooth. It isn't affected by throttle input or trim, and it has a lot of cool options that it can display kind of, how it presents the words. Instead of just putting a word and just having it be there, it can actually kind of draw them out and has a bunch of effects and everything. So that's kind of cool. Though I had a lot of problems with this thing. Flight characteristics for me are really bad. It turns incredibly slow to the right but faster to the left. Lots of interference with the infrared signal. When I was flying it around my big HD TV, I would constantly lose the infrared signal and it would fall out of the sky. It fell from maybe 5 feet up onto my carpet and broke the landing gear, so kind of weak on the landing gear. It was not even really a hard crash, so now it sits all crooked and wonky. And then it seems like there's a throttle curve issue, or maybe it's infrared again, but I would give it throttle and I stop giving it throttle and it keeps climbing. So you can see all these white marks all over my rotor blades from where it's hit the ceiling and sits there throttling against the ceiling for a while before it finally comes back down. So just a lot of problems controlling this thing for me. Though other people have reported that it flies just like a Cyma S107G for them. So I don't know if I just got a defective one or what the deal is there, but other people said that they really like the way it flies. I did not have such an experience though. It does come with a couple extra main rotors and an extra tail prop. It comes with a USB charging cable. You can use, on a normal USB AC adapter or computer, or it plugs into the transmitter here on the bottom and you can charge off the transmitter. And then, of course, you also need that cable to connect this to a computer. There's a little USB port on the top here that's part of this LED display system. Unlike the other one that I reviewed where you could do all the programming on the transmitter, because all that one did is just display words, since this one has all these different sort of ways that you can make the words write out and you can have longer phrases, you've got to use software and program it and then upload it to the helicopter in order to change anything. So a little bit more complex to program it, but that's because it has a more complex displays. Problem is, this software does not work on a Mac. This is only PC Windows software. I did not know that. I asked Banggood if this worked on a Mac and they told me it did, but I got it and sure enough it does not. So I have not been able to work with the software at all. I only have a Mac computer. I don't have access to Windows to try it out, so I haven't even gotten to change the default display. I only have whatever it came with. And then also it uses this little 3-inch CD, which I don't know if you Windows guys have this problem, but on a Mac, on my little MacBook laptop, I can't put a 3-inch CD in there. It's just a slot drive, and you can only put 5-inch CDs in there, and they don't sell those adapters anymore that they used to have a 5-inch CD that you could put the 3-inch in the adapter, and they don't sell those anymore. So I was never even able to get this in my computer. I had to take it to work and borrow an external CD drive from somebody that had a tray that I could put it in, and that's how I found out that there's no Mac software on it. So a big pain in the butt with this thing all around, and then to find out it didn't even work was pretty disappointing. But you know, it is what it is. It takes about 30 minutes to charge off a USB port, or about an hour to charge off the transmitter, and you get about 6.5 or 7 minutes of flight time depending on whether or not you've got the LEDs on. And you can turn those on and off from the transmitter, so you don't have to display the words. And then it also has some LEDs that flash on the side here. So you can turn all those off and get a little bit extra battery time on there. It also has dual speed, so you can go fast or slow. See, you got trim buttons. Oh, it's got a demo mode, so it'll, you know, fly a pre-programmed pattern if you want. Something I found kind of interesting, it's got a lock latch on the back here for the battery compartment, so you can kind of lock it and close it, and then you don't have to deal with any screws. So I kind of like that, actually. And then the sticks are really silly. Definitely intended for thumb flyers. Kind of weird for pinchers, though. I mean, it works. It's a little bit odd feeling in combination with the weird shape of the controller. So again, you know, not my best experience with this thing, though other people have reported quite liking it. So make up your own mind on that. And I'll go show you some flight footage, and we'll see if we can look at the LED display and catch that on camera. So let's go check that out. Alright, this is the flight review of the SJ991 LED message writing helicopter. See if I can show you the messages here, see if they show up on camera. Go ahead and turn on the helicopter. Gotta wait for the LEDs to blink. Alright, turn on the transmitter, and then we should be good. Yep, alright, so here we go. Now hopefully I don't lose my signal in the bright lights here, but see what happens. Alright, so here's a right turn. Super slow right turn. Now here's a left turn. Much faster. So it definitely turns faster to the left than to the right, which makes it a little confusing to fly at times. Let's see, there's full forward flight, I think. I don't know if it's on slow or... Yeah, it was on slow, so here's fast now. Man, that right turn is slow. Oh, there goes the throttle thing. I don't understand that. Sometimes it just throttles off on its own. So there's full forward. Man, turning to the right is just so slow. Oh, turn. I'm getting some signal interference here in the lights, but alright, let's see. Let's turn it back to low. Let's see if I can show you the display now. So you kind of have to get below it to see it. And I've just got the default ones that came pre-programmed on there because I can't program them myself, but hopefully that's showing up. So it's kind of cool. It can actually, you know, display them in a neat way, sort of present them and, you know, animate them instead of just printing out the word. Happy Children's Day. I don't even... What is Children's Day? Isn't every day Children's Day? Darling, marry me. I don't think you should ever ask a woman to marry you with a RC helicopter. That probably wouldn't go very well. I think it's back to... Oh, no, baby, happy birthday. Hopefully these are showing up on camera. It's kind of drifting backwards on its own while I try to do this. And there's Happy Children's Day again. Alright, so there's all the messages. Let's take her in for a landing. Oh, where's it doing? Sometimes it just holds the last input you gave it and it doesn't stop. But I think that's interference with the IR signal. So anyway, that's the flight review of the SJ991 message writer. All right, well, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you next time.